Hi guys, hello. As always, thank you very much for clicking. Let me reduce this volume. Thank you very much for clicking and stopping by on my channel. You're always welcome. My name is Ajalah, and today I want to talk to you guys about the kind of scamming, the kind of malfeasances that is taking place in the real estate sector in Nigeria. And why I am here is to teach you how you can be safe so that people do not scam you of your money in the name of real estate. You see, real estate companies are springing up all over the place. Today you wake up, sometimes nowadays you are even passing on the road, somebody will just stop you on the road, give you pamphlet, tell you that you can give them 500,000 naira and be a homeowner. How feasible does that even sound? And some of them would even say it's in Abuja, it's in Lagos, it's in Lekki, it's here, it's here. They have all sorts of mouth-watering offers, and all they want to do is to get you to part with your money. So how can you know a real estate company that is actually a real estate company and the one that is not a real estate company that is full of scammers? Most of them just try, when they get their office, they will go and get a SCOML certificate and put. What is SCOML, first of all? SCOML is the Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering. It is a desk under EFCC that is supposed to help the Nigerian government and EFCC to fight money laundering. So people who, when they steal money, they want to clean it up, they got money through illicit means, they want to clean it up. So most of them want to launder it through using real estate. They want to buy land, they want to buy real estate and all those things. So Special Control Unit for Money Laundering is supposed to be the unit that controls all these things. So most of these real estate companies will go and get a SCOML certificate. SCOML certificate is not that difficult to get. They will go and get their SCOML certificate and place it on their wall, and then they will go and place CAC certificate. That's another thing. That in itself, my dear, is not conclusive proof of anything. It does not prove that they are actually into real estate. It does not prove anything. So how do you prevent yourself from becoming their victim? Of course, we all want to become landlords. Everybody dreams of the time when he's going to afford his own house and probably even give some out for rent, and you get out of the base of landlords. Because I know what it means if you live in an urban city and then you have to save for rent. It can be very difficult. So it's a long-term plan, and that's beautiful, to own property of your own. That's very beautiful. So it is that particular desperation that most of these people are trying to take advantage of. Don't allow yourself to fall victim. So number one thing that I would tell you is this. When you see that certificate of incorporation in their offices, what you need to do is to take the company number, take the RC number of the company and run a search. Most of us don't really like Googling things, don't really like doing background checks, but check who the company is. Okay, a company is a corporate body, quite okay, but it is human beings that form that company. So you need to know who the directors of those companies are. When you know who the director is, see, I'm speaking to Ranchi. When you know who the directors of the company are, then you will go and run background check on all of them individually. Just recently in Nigeria, we had somebody who came and said he became a billionaire from real estate and he wants Nigerians to come and give him, I think, 30 million naira or something like that, so that he can teach them how to become billionaires. And me, I was like, truth be told, a fool and his money are soon parted. Anybody who has 30 million naira to spare in the name of you want to go and teach mentorship, the truth of the matter is, anyhow you got that money, if you continue in that way, you are going to be able to you become a billionaire too. And the real billionaires don't really have time to sit around teaching people. They are too busy being billionaires. But anybody who comes to tell you, I am a billionaire and I want to teach you to be a billionaire, I assure you 90% of the time that person is not a billionaire. He's not a billionaire, and his only source of income is that money you are going to pay him for his coaching. But that's by the way. Nigerians went and did a lot of background checks on the guy, and all sorts of fraudulent stories came out about him. You see, at this point in time, it has now become constructive notice to whoever goes and gives him money should know that this person is not legit. He's not straightforward. He's not on the straight narrow. So that's the first thing I would advise you to do. Check, lift the veil of incorporation. That's what we call it in law. Check who the directors of that company are, and then check their track records. Okay? Then if they have any other project that they've done, maybe they've built a real estate company before, they have their own estates, they have lands wherever they claim that they have land. The next thing I want you to do is to go and see for yourself. Go and ask the residents of that place, how is it doing? Is it true that this estate is owned by this person? What is your experience like before you part with money? And this thing, it is always more recommended that you do it together with your lawyer and real estate consultant. If you want me to fill that role for you, my email is open. You can just drop a comment for me. And by the way, if you have reached this point, then I'm sure it means I'm probably saying something that resonates with you. Please remember to subscribe, because I will be dropping a lot of legal nuggets and a lot of legal education. So please drop me a subscribe and then drop me a comment. Let me know. That's going to help with the algorithm. So as I was saying, go to the estate. If they say they have estate, go to the estate. Go and see. Apart from seeing there, go to the places or ages, whatever it is that is the geographic information center where that estate is located. Go and make sure that the directors of that company, that the company that say they own this particular estate or this particular piece of land, make sure that they are legit in the lands registry. If they are not legit in the land registry, if they tell you any story about how we are planning to do it in future, don't part with your money. Generally speaking, this is what I tell my clients. I tell my clients that don't do anything. I will go and do the checks for them. I will go and run all the checks for you. You only part with money at the point when I tell you to part with money. Yes, because I need to use my own professional competence to go and check. Sometimes you, as a layperson, you don't even have the ability to detect when a title is defective or when a title can be problematic. Even if it's not problematic now, it can be problematic in future. You don't know how to detect these things. It is mostly lawyers who do it. So for me, the people who are lucky to have me as their lawyer, I always tell them, hold your money first. Let me do my searches. Once I complete, then I put my competence on the line. It is only when I tell them pay, that's when they pay, and then they pay me. Do you understand? So please make sure you do your searches from the site where they tell you that they have the property. Go there and see that in fact there's a property like that. Don't stop there. If it's an estate where there's a building, speak to people who live there. Speak to the neighbors, speak to everybody. Then go to the Geographical Information Center or Ministry of Lands, as the case may be. Go there and find out whether these people are in fact legit. And then make sure that the directors of that company have a track record of integrity and honesty. Then the last thing I will tell you, which is very, very important, when it comes to transactions that transfer property, land or landed property, don't ever do it in cash. Don't ever do it in cash. Do everything through bank transfer so that every dime will be traced. In case they come and run away and say, I did not give you money or anything, do not do transactions in cash. Always do. And here's the reason. SCOMO is looking out for you. Unless you want to use dirty money or something like that. No. Always, please, I would always advise, let us respect and love our country. It is the law of the country that says we should help the EFCC to make sure that Nigeria doesn't become a safe haven for dirty money, for money when people traffic human beings. They want to come and look for somewhere. Please let Nigeria not be a haven for criminals. So please, let's cooperate and not do transactions via cash. If you do it with cash, it's not going to work like that. You understand? EFCC will not be able to trace the money. So what if it was a Yahoo boy? What if they are drug traffickers? You know, all those kind of things. I don't even want to be using those words on my video. But what if? So please, another thing that you need to do is do your transactions via electronic means. Follow the due procedure. There is if your source of income is not exactly known like that, we need to go and make sure that there are some transactions. If the transaction is from 10 million and above, we need to notify EFCC. It is harmless. Now, nobody is doing it because they want to catch you or anything. No. But let's just do the right thing. And it helps because in case that your transaction turns out that those people were fraudulent, or you want your money back, or is not straightforward, EFCC themselves will help you to go and retrieve your money. So it is very important that we take this into consideration. You see, like this, as I'm talking to you, When I go into court now, it is because of a land matter where the people did not diligently do their searches. They went and paid money to people they were not supposed to pay money into. And here we are today. Today they are in court. But me, I always say this, for anybody who has a lawyer on retainer, nobody will ever sue you like that. We have a good course of action. Always listen to your lawyer. If you have anything you don't understand, send me an email. See me here. I will give you legal advice for a fee. And yes, if you want any advice, even if it doesn't have anything to do with real estate, it can do with matrimonial courses, it can do with anything at all, debt recovery, just send me an email for a fee. I'm going to spend 1 hour with you on WhatsApp and we'll have this discussion. Thank you very much for sticking with me up to the end. I really appreciate it. It really helped with the algorithm, and I'm sure I added value to you. If that is the case, please tell me in the comment section. I would really appreciate it because, one, it makes everything better. If there's engagement, it will make the video to move, and it will make me happy. I'm sure it will also make you happy too. Remember to subscribe if you have not. My name is Ajalah, and I will see you all in my next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.